Okay. First, I would like to apologize for letting so much time go by before addressing you guys. You know, you guys were sharing, you were DMing me, subscribing, and I couldn't even do as much as stay consistent. So I apologize. Would like to tell you we're back. Let's just compact a whole bunch of shit into one video. First, I would like to talk about the crypto crash of the last 2 weeks. What happened to all my crypto? Said everyone heavily invested in Bitcoin. Please. Now let's just run it back a little bit. In 2013, there were only 15 cryptos listed. Bitcoin was $131, Litecoin was $3, Ethereum wasn't even born yet, neither was Doge. It was a beautiful time. Social media hadn't yet emerged fully, so crypto was just brewing right below the surface in 2013. Let's fast forward a little bit, almost a decade later, and old money is in a frenzy. And what do I mean by that? 29 trillion USD in circulation, 1% of the country controls 30% of it. That is old money, aka original Doge holders, original Bitcoin holders. Why is it any different when we're talking about crypto if we're still talking about currency? There's no difference, but we don't know that yet because old money is using their old money to control the narrative. So if they can derail our generation's focus and derail our perspective, they can remain in power. They call it shit coins, they call it meme coins, they call it crypto crashes. They can continue to confuse the narrative, but they cannot stop the inevitable, and the inevitable is the continuous rise in value of cryptocurrency. Companies like Coca-Cola and GM have executives that are still stuck in old traditions. They're outnumbered, they know it, they just need to be outsmarted. Cryptocurrency is the future, and the sooner we take our focus away from the gains and put our focus back on the value and appreciation, the sooner we can stop hearing from these old heads about what holds value and what doesn't. Now, China crashed crypto? I don't think so. China said we're banning crypto in 2013. In 2017, they said we're banning crypto. They said the same thing in 2018. China hates anything decentralized. This is nothing new. Elon Musk said Tesla won't be accepting Bitcoin, so therefore the entire crypto world lost. It just isn't true. Look at the trend lines. Look at the volume flow. It's just a mid-cycle correction. A lot of old heads are dumping their Bitcoin. Speaking of Bitcoin, speaking of Tesla, I was chilling minding my business and I stumbled across this clip. Look at this clip real quick.
In renewables. And we also believe, and we wrote a paper in conjunction with Square on this, and we're going to have a conference about it in July. We believe that Bitcoin mining integrated into the distributed grid, and by that I mean solar roofs, power walls in homes, utilities, merchant power producers, starting to include Bitcoin mining in the ecosystem. Why would they do that? They would do it because renewables are intermittent power sources, right? Weather, is it sunny or not? Wind, is it windy or not? Bitcoin mining could take off if there's excess energy from solar being loaded into power walls. It can be offloaded into Bitcoin mining, and the whole ecosystem therefore becomes much more economic. If this happens, we believe that the adoption of solar is going to accelerate dramatically.
All right, so if you want to watch the rest of that, I'll put the link in the description. But in layman's terms, pretty much what she's saying is there might be an area for solar, renewable energy, and Bitcoin mining to get in bed and have an orgy. That led me to another video where I was watching the Cardano and Ethereum co-founder Charles Hopkins, or whatever the fuck his name is, and he mentioned that in the 1900s, during the Industrial Revolution, steam trains were being fueled by wood. But what the dumb motherfuckers in the 1900s realized, it's not sustainable. We have to explore other options before we run out of trees. So in comes coal, copper, oil, all the other shit. So what we're realizing is the need to mine the rest of these 21 million Bitcoins and the need to mine more crypto forever to come is going to continue to increase. But because the mining process takes up so much energy, it isn't sustainable. So Cathy Woods was saying, now let's just entertain the idea of a concept. If we were to integrate Bitcoin mining into the distributed grids, pretty much what she means is, I live in the burbs. Let's just say I live in the burbs. Everyone around me has solar panels. Someone could pay us, or something could happen to whereas not only do our solar panels fuel our houses, but some of the energy that's renewed gets distributed back to wherever to help mine crypto. So I started looking at solar companies and different players in the solar sector in the last year, and I made these comparisons. Sunrun in January hit an all-time high of like 95 or some shit like that, and at the time it was up 500%. Right now it's up 170% in the last year, 600% in the last 5 years. Now I know there's some people watching this, they're like, duh, we've been playing Run forever. Like, okay, cool, I didn't know this. I'm just getting hip, and what I'm doing is I'm sharing you a thought process, showing you how it is that I made 3 bands off Solar Edge last week. But this isn't about the numbers, it's about the entertainment and the fundamentals. So next ticker, Solar Edge was up 162% in January, currently up 90%. In the last 5 years, up 1200%. You fucking kidding me? But the point I'm trying to make is this sounds and seems like a strong sector to me. So I looked at Solar Edge, and I like Solar Edge. It was $247 when I entered that was my entry, 247. Now, while I was charting, I looked at the month frame, I looked at the MACD. At the time, it was pretty high. I like the fact that it was above both. Let me get rid of my fibs. That's neither here nor there. And let me get rid of my trend line. I'll show you that in a second. But I like that it was above both the 100 and the 200 MA, both pointing up. But at the time, it was way below the 9 and the 21. So I switched the frames again. I looked at the 3-month. If on the 3-month time frame, we were below the 1 and the 200 MA, on the month time frame, we were above, there is a chance that it might try for the 100 on the 3-month frame. So I was just watching it, the 1 minute, 5 minute, 30 minute, and the hour time frame. That's just how I be bouncing back and forth. So at the time we were down here, I'm like, is it gonna try for the 100? Smash the 100, shot straight through the 200, and it was riding nicely above the 9 and the 21. So what I told myself was, all right, I'm gonna get out my contract, go into shares, I'm gonna just leave it. It's gonna try for 350 at some point. When? I'm not sure. I'm not gonna gamble to find out. So I closed the contracts, nice little 17%. I bought the shares. I also tried to see if Tesla was making any sneaky plays with a solar concept behind the scenes, but instead I just found class action lawsuits of overpriced solar panel installation and abandoned customer satisfaction. So I was like, all right, Tesla's in no rush to integrate solar and Bitcoin mining. Maybe you have the resources to take this concept and save the world by not running us into implosion by over crypto mining, whatever. Moving on. SQ in the last month has made me a small fortune with its $60 runs up and down to the exact same numbers. Look at it all year. Up, down, up, down. Up, down. Where'd you think you get up? You see what I'm saying? SQ is a very strong company. Jack Dorsey's a very good CEO. Jay-Z is for the culture. So the fact that Jack Dorsey and Jay-Z is shaking hands, selling titles, swapping hundreds of millions worth of shares is just beautiful. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna keep riding SQ up and down we're going. If you look here on SQ year to date, MACD's doing a little twizzle. It's gonna come up to the 0, which is probably gonna take us to the back to his ATH of 273. So I bought my contracts way out. I'm gonna just let them do their thing, even if you look at the year chart. Now, this was a little bit worrying. For the entire year, we have not come close to the 200 line, to the 200 MA. For the whole year, I haven't come close. We've tried the 100 a couple times, and then as we've tried it a few more, we get the dipping a little more, and boom, we've crossed. Now, does this tell me that SQ's going to the shitter? No. Is it going to try its ATH? Possibly. Is it going to maintain its ATH? Not sure. Is it going to break it? I hope so. But I just bought calls today, long calls that buy me enough time to find out. What's my exit? I'm pulling out at 255 regardless. I just love these 5-figure swings, turning my 1,700 to 12,000 or turning my 2,700 to 22,000. It's beautiful. Moving on. Thanks to you guys, my emotional attachment is getting out of hand when it comes to Doge. Amazing. Do I have a million Doge coins? Who knows? Do I have 10,000 Doge coins? Am I capping? Who knows? But one thing I did do with my Doge is I did buy the gold chain I told you I was gonna buy in a previous video. Yes, it's on the way. 220 grams of solid gold with the Doge dog and a big coin. As you see, there's already 100 grams on my neck. 120 gram Doge dog is on the way. Dogecoins are getting, every time you see Doge hit 31, I am going broke for my position. How much do I have in my pocket? It's at 31. Take it. Because when Christmas comes along, when 3 months from now, 6, 7, 8 months from now, when Doge hits that dollar, I'm gonna buy another Doge Challenger, and I'm gonna buy the Doge Charger, because we already bought the Doge. Anyway, you ain't ready for the Doge Charger vlog. That's coming. The Doge Charger vlog is coming soon, and I'm still having Doge. All right, we ain't going there. We ain't going there. I missed you guys too. I promise I'm gonna drop some tutorials coming up, and I decided that instead of me trying to compromise or decide, do I want to talk to the people and entertain them with this financial finesse, or do I want to focus on these businesses I'm building? Because we're on like our 5th business that I've decided to bring you guys in. So expect more vlogs about me and what I'm doing with my business, as well as the tutorial and the financial education. And you could tell I've had a green week. You ain't seen this much energy in me since, hey, look, SQ just went from 187 to 225. Okay, AMC just did a ting. All right, SEDG, Solar Edge, just did a ting. UAVS just did a ting. If you still have chips after all that dipping, I salute you, because only the strong survive in this world. And I'm telling you, our bag is on the way back, guys, and I will see you next week.